Okay, so I know Black Friday is done, but it's still the holiday season, and we all need to get talked off the ledge every once in a while when we're spending. We're so attracted to so many things, and if you're on a low buy or a no buy this year, or you're starting one up, this is going to be the video series for you. Every month I like to sit down and film a little anti-haul. It's kind of a way to just tap myself on the shoulder and tell myself I'm not spending too much money, because there are in fact some releases I don't spend my money on. So if that sounds good to you, if you like new makeup releases, if you like chatting about indie makeup, this is a place for you. My name is Karen Harris. I usually like to film makeup releases that are related to whether it's tan girl friendly, because when I first got on YouTube, I had the hardest time finding things and just knowing what worked for my skin tone, because everything looks different depending on your skin tone and your undertone. So decided to take matters into my own hands and start up a YouTube channel. If that sounds interesting to you, highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so the first one I have to chat about is the Lunar New Year collection from Laura Mercier. This is the Peony edition, and I did actually think this was only going to launch in Asia, but when I was looking for this in my new makeup releases video, I realized it is coming to the US, and so I was pretty surprised. I mean, I know that K-Beauty and C-Beauty has a very unique kind of aesthetic to it. It's very much geared towards lighter skin tones, and especially in Eastern Asian countries. I don't know that there's a lot of variety in skin tones, but I mean, I feel like there's brown people everywhere, so I feel like they kind of miss out. I generally feel like it seems like there's not a lot of options in makeup stores for people with my skin tone, and I feel like this collection kind of shows that as well. The blush shade is insanely light. It's called Ginger, and it's a matte finish nude. That shade would be like an under eye setting powder for me. So I'm really bummed because, listen, I love the concept of a shade called Ginger. That will be beautiful. You guys know I'm obsessed with terracotta nude shades, and I did just see that Pantone announced that the color of 2025 is Mocha Mousse, and I'm ready for all the brown lipsticks, all the brown blushes. Give them to me. Not that I don't have a majority of them already. Like, I instantly thought of the mahogany blush from Dior that I just picked up during the Sephora sale. So I'm ready for Mocha Mousse or whatever that shade is. I'm here for it. Okay, the next thing that I'm anti-hauling is the Glamlite and Willy Wonka collection. So when it comes to Glamlite, I feel like I love their innovation. I love their price points. I love that they do these IP collabs, giving the fans of these different IPs that they do something tangible that they can like use. And you know, like if you love Willy Wonka, like you can buy this collection and treasure it. I'm sure I would if I was a huge fan of the movie. I did decide to skip this though, because I feel like one thing about them is their collections aren't very unique as far as what the actual products are. So I don't have this palette, but I'm pretty sure if I go digging in my Glamlite collection, I could find those purples and I could find those browns in other palettes. So for that reason, I wasn't that drawn to this. Now, I've been shopping on Glamlite before TikTok existed, so I will say I'm a long-term fan and I really am rooting for this brand, but I just have not been into any of their newer releases. I really wanted one of their Halloween palettes this year, but I just didn't want to get one palette that's a neutral palette, so I haven't bought anything from Glamlite in a few months. But they have the palette, they have a lip care duo, they also came out with a body butter, a makeup sponge, and some lip kits. So if you guys are interested, you should definitely check it out. Okay, next we're going to anti-haul the Rosy Glow drops from Glow Recipe. Now, their original Glow Drops, I feel like, is one of their like amazing products. I actually used one up myself. If you want that like dewy glass skin look, it's beautiful, and a lot of Glow Recipe products work for me. At first I thought they were kind of a kiddie brand, and let's not get it twisted, they're definitely popular among the kids that shop at Sephora, but I will give them credit where credit's due. I do use a lot of their products. I did buy the Hue Drops that were like the brown tone, and I didn't really feel like it did much for me. As far as a rosy glow goes, I feel like with my undertone, it would just be kind of odd to have like a pink glow to it, but if you have like a lighter complexion, maybe this would look beautiful. I know I had heard one of my friends that has a lighter complexion than me say that this wasn't going to be something that she would want to use either. So I'm curious to know what the overall consensus of that product is, because I don't really foresee it working for my skin tone, so it's a skip for me. Next is the Bobbi Brown and Pac-Man collection. I'm not gonna lie, I was really impressed when I saw this packaging. I think it's beautiful, and I think a few people I follow online got it in PR, but of course I am not a big enough Pac-Man fan to buy this collection with my actual money, and the shades are not that unique to my collection. We've got some neutrals and then a fun pop of blue. Like, it's honestly cute. The pans are cute. The packaging honestly was my favorite part. There's a beautiful highlighter, lots of pretty lip products, but overall it was an easy skip because I just don't need anything like that in my collection at this moment in time. Okay, next we're anti-hauling the launch from Skin. This is the KKW Beauty line. They launch a classic glam eyeshadow palette for $50. They also launch lip shimmers and a mini lip liner set. Honestly, I feel like the lip liner set is genius. I feel like Makeup Forever's little liner set has been such a hit, so I'm glad to see other brands kind of follow in that realm, because who just wants to buy one lip liner? I feel like a variety of nude shades is genius. The palette, of course, is not what I'm into at all. It's just a very neutral palette. If you're looking for an affordable, good neutral palette, I just tried the Alter Ego Sundown palette. I would suggest that one. It's $24 and you can get it even cheaper because they usually have a sale or they have discount codes you can use. So I would skip that. The glossy lip shimmers are beautiful. I will say that when I tried KKW Beauty back in the day, I thought the products were really good. So I would assume these ones are pretty nice as well. I just don't need any of this, so I'm going to skip it. This is the Sol de Janeiro Coconut Cream and Toasted Praline scent. So I don't know if this is back yet, but I still remember trying this fragrance back when it first launched. I bought the body butter and oh my gosh, it definitely smelled like movie theater popcorn. But other than that, for some reason, it made my legs so itchy and I returned it. That was like one of the worst birthday gifts I ever bought myself. So I was like, no thank you, ma'am. Take it back. I don't want it. So yeah, I don't really think I would buy the lotion again. I maybe would buy the body spray just to see if it still smells like movie theater popcorn, but I still very vividly remember being like on Instagram or YouTube or something and complaining, and some of you agreed with me, so I feel validated. Okay, next we have this beautiful palette from Viseart. This is the Sirenus Etendu. I believe it's like inspired by sea sirens. Anyways, in true Viseart fashion, it's definitely a very like muted palette, but listen, I've been slowly finding the beauty in muted palettes like this. I don't know if it's because I'm aging like fine wine, you know. I'm gonna be 36 this year. I don't even know how and where the time has gone. It's wild. I still feel like I'm 20, which I'm not. Like, I'm not 20 because I meet 20-year-olds and I'm like, bitch, you're old. Like, get it together. It's a very demure palette. It is beautiful, but it's not for me. So it's a pass. Okay, let's chat about this new shade of the lip jelly from Tower 28. It is a sheer pink lip gloss and it's got a touch of gold shimmer. It does look very beautiful. At one point, I was collecting these lip jellies and then I realized, like, girl, you don't need to collect lip glosses. Like, stop. These are really nice though. Love that it's affordable. Also, Tower 28 is an Asian-owned brand, so I love that for me. And I really love a lot of their products. I love the lip jellies, but I'm not really a big fan of pink lipstick, so I did skip that. We also have a new lip product from Milani. This is the Full Glossy Plumping Balm. 3-in-1 multitasker delivering glossy shine, balm-like comfort, and plumped up pout. I swear I'm surprised that I haven't talked about more lip products in this video yet, because lippies and lip balms are like all the freaking rage this year, and it's been so crazy to see all the different kinds. But I did go ahead and skip it because I have so many plumping lip products, so it's an easy pass for me. I also decided to skip the Melt Universal Monsters collection. I think this was a really fun concept. I'm not that into horror, so I wasn't that into it, but basically they did different like collections featuring different monsters. So they did Creature from the Black Lagoon, they did an eyeshadow quad, a handheld mirror, a face gloss, and a lip gloss. And then they did the Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein, and that was an eyeshadow palette. And they did a translucent loose setting powder. And then they did Dracula, so they did a red mascara, a lipstick set, which looked really cute. And then they also had a mini backpack, and you could get the full collection for $250. I feel like I was definitely one of those people that wanted to buy everything that Melt came out with in like 2021. I mean, in 2019, I was like a major Melt fanatic. But since then, I feel like, again, I just am not into the vibes anymore. So I did skip that entire collection, and my wallet is thanking me for it, because ain't nobody got time or money for that. Okay, friends, that is everything for my November anti-haul. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. I hope it made you laugh at least a little bit. In the thick of all of the holiday sales and all of the things, I feel like I'm still in like a Black Friday coma while I'm filming this, but I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging with me for a little while. If you do want to spend a little bit more time with me, I'm sure YouTube is suggesting some playlists and videos you can check out, so please go ahead and hang out with me for a little bit longer if you so desire. If this is all the time you have today, again, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, friends!